Have you ever wondered what it takes to lead a nation through its most challenging times, only to be struck down for your efforts? Yitzhak Rabin's story is a powerful reminder of the immense risks and rewards involved in forging peace. Discover the vision that defined a leader and the chilling lessons we can still learn from his tragic sacrifice. It began on a chilly November evening in 1995. Yitzhak Rabin stepped onto the stage, greeted by applause and the glare of camera lights. A nation held its breath. Just moments later, his life would end in the echo of a gunshot. But what if Rabin's greatest legacy lay not just in his death, but in the vision he carried, and how his own flaws and doubts offer lessons for every leader, every viewer, every one of us? This is the real story of power and peace, ambition and betrayal, of a man torn between being a soldier and peacemaker. Because Rabin's journey reveals something simple yet profound: a leader's downfall is often sown by the very dreams he is trying to build. Yitzhak Rabin was born in 1922 into a world where the Middle East was still taking shape. He grew up surrounded by tension long before Israel became a state. From a young age, he understood that life and death in his homeland were intertwined. When he joined the military, he proved himself a natural leader, calm, disciplined, and precise. Over the years, he became a war hero, a commander in Israel's most defining battles. To his soldiers, he was a man of courage and logic, a soldier's soldier. But behind that hardened shell, Rabin began to wrestle with a realization that the wars he fought could never secure lasting peace. The more he saw the human cost of conflict, the more he began to believe that real security would come not from dominance, but from understanding. That shift from warrior to peacemaker was the first sign of Rabin's transformation. By the early 1990s, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict had reached a boiling point. Decades of fighting had taken their toll. When Rabin became prime minister in 1992, he faced a nation divided, restless, and weary. Yet he dared to imagine something new: peace through dialogue. He extended his hand to Yasser Arafat, his longtime enemy. Together they signed the Oslo Accords, a set of agreements meant to pave a path toward coexistence. To many, it was a miracle. To others, it was betrayal. Rabin said, "You don't make peace with friends, you make it with enemies." Those words became both his anthem and his curse. Every time he spoke of peace, protests erupted. Hardliners accused him of surrender. They shouted, "Rabin is giving away our land." He faced threats, anger, and isolation. Yet he pressed on, believing that peace was worth the cost. But not everyone saw peace as a dream. Some saw it as a death sentence. As Rabin pushed forward, the tension deepened. His opponents became more vocal, more radical. Posters showed him in a Nazi uniform. Some rabbis condemned him publicly. The hatred around him thickened. And still, Rabin underestimated it. He believed logic would prevail, that reason could overcome emotion. That was his first mistake. He thought dialogue could heal fear, but fear does not listen, it grows in silence. His security team warned him of risks. His advisors urged caution. Yet Rabin, always the soldier, marched forward. He was a man used to confronting danger face to face, not from behind a crowd's roar. He also trusted too deeply. Rabin believed that once peace talks began, both sides would commit in good faith. He underestimated how fragile that trust was. He failed to build strong internal alliances to defend his vision politically. He thought progress would inspire unity, but progress can also breed resentment. The truth is, Rabin was fighting a war on two fronts, one with his nation's enemies and one with his own people. The cracks widened. The crowds grew angrier. Threats turned from words into intent. He could sense it, his wife could too, but by then, the machinery of hate had already been set in motion. November 4, 1995. A peace rally in Tel Aviv. Tens of thousands gathered to support him. They chanted his name, waving signs of hope. Rabin stood on stage, smiling faintly. He wasn't a man of showmanship, but that night, even he felt something shift, unity, however brief. When the event ended, he walked toward his car, his bodyguards close behind. In the crowd lurked Yigal Amir, a young extremist who believed Rabin was destroying Israel. As Rabin approached his vehicle, Amir raised his gun and fired 3 shots. In an instant, the man who had spent a lifetime defending his country was gone, killed not by a foreign enemy, but by one of his own. The silence that followed was deafening. The nation froze. Across the world, shockwaves rippled. A dream of peace shot dead in its prime. The next day, millions mourned. Flags flew at half-mast. People wept openly in the streets. The irony was impossible to ignore: a man killed for trying to end killing. But behind the grief came reflection. Rabin had left behind a vision, but also questions about leadership, security, and the price of hope. Vision alone, people learned, is not enough. Rabin had the dream of peace, but dreams need foundation, strong systems, loyal allies, clear messaging. A vision without protection is fragile. Opposition is inevitable, and Rabin had not fully prepared for it. His belief in dialogue blinded him to the power of hatred. His faith in rationality ignored the emotional undercurrent of fear that gripped many Israelis. He believed that the logic of peace would triumph, but fear, identity, and ideology don't bow to logic. Trust, too, was a double-edged sword. Rabin's willingness to trust helped him make peace, but it also made him vulnerable. He didn't build enough layers of safety around himself politically or personally. And while he spoke powerfully, his speeches sometimes lacked emotional fire. He explained policies clearly but didn't always capture hearts. The opposition filled that emotional void with anger and fear. They told stories of betrayal, weakness, and doom. People believed those stories more easily than statistics or treaties. A key lesson emerges: facts matter less than feelings when nations are afraid. Even in his final months, Rabin remained calm. He was not naive, he knew the risks, but he underestimated the depth of division. Some say his greatest flaw was believing the danger lay outside, when in fact, it lay within. He trusted the structure of democracy to protect him, not realizing that hate, when left unchecked, can eat through any system. What happened to Rabin wasn't just an assassination, it was a failure of a society to contain its own extremes. But imagine for a moment, what if Rabin had done things differently? What if he had taken the rising hate more seriously, strengthened his inner circle, tightened his security, and spent more time uniting his base? What if he had spoken more emotionally to the hearts of those who feared him, not just the minds of those who agreed? Could that have saved him? Could peace have survived longer? We will never know. History doesn't give us a rewind button. Yet this what-if carries lessons that every leader, every dreamer, can learn from. Rabin's story isn't just about politics, it's about leadership under fire. Every one of us faces resistance when we try to change something, whether it's in our work, community, or even our own family. There's always someone who fears change, someone who doubts your intentions. The question isn't whether opposition exists, it's how you prepare for it. Rabin's story teaches us that bold vision must be paired with solid defense. You cannot just dream, you must also build shields. If you're leading something today, no matter how small, learn from Rabin. Prepare early. Communicate often. Protect your mission. I remember once leading a small local project years ago. We were passionate, full of ideas. But when challenges came, I realized I'd made Rabin's mistake on a smaller scale. I trusted too much, assumed everyone shared the same goal, and ignored small signs of division. The project almost collapsed. Then I stopped, reorganized, and built a clearer structure. I made sure everyone understood the mission, the boundaries, the risks. That experience taught me what Rabin's life screamed at the world: vision without structure is fragile. Rabin's death wasn't the end of his message, it was the start of reflection. His story forces us to ask hard questions. How do we lead through chaos? How do we trust without being blind? How do we keep building when enemies multiply? His answers live in his life's contrast: strength and vulnerability, hope and tragedy. Leadership, he showed us, isn't about perfection. It's about persistence, courage, and the willingness to stand for something, even when it costs everything. After Rabin's assassination, Israel entered a period of deep soul-searching. The peace process stumbled, politics polarized. Some said peace died with him. But others said his death planted a seed in understanding that peace is fragile, yet worth protecting. Streets, schools, and squares now bear his name, but memory alone isn't legacy. Legacy lives when people act on lessons learned. Rabin's lesson is not dream bigger, it's dream wisely. Build your dream so strong that it survives you. So, what can you take from this? Whatever your dream is, be it personal, professional, or political, expect resistance. People will misunderstand you, some will betray you. Others will try to stop you. Don't let that break you. But don't ignore it either. Plan for it, strengthen your foundation, win not just through passion, but through preparation. Rabin's life shows that vision without preparation is fragile, trust without boundaries is dangerous, and progress demands not only bold ideals but defensive strategy. A leader's downfall doesn't always come from his enemies, it often comes from what he fails to guard. So dream big, act boldly, but build wisely. The world needs dreamers like Rabin, but it also needs protectors who ensure those dreams survive. If this story moved you, give this video a like so more people can learn from Rabin's legacy. Comment below and share your thoughts. What vision are you chasing, and what will you do to protect it? Share this story with someone who's leading something fragile, someone who believes in change. And don't forget to subscribe for more real stories of vision, struggle, and the lessons hidden inside them. Rabin fell, but his vision still whispers through history, reminding us that peace, leadership, and courage always come with a price. The question is, are we ready to pay it and to protect it better than he could?